Hey, good morning, guys. I just have something that I'd like to share with you regarding this crisis. I remember once I was on a boat. I remember it was in the middle of the sea, and it was my trip to visit, I think it's a couple of islands in Cambodia. I think it was in the evening on the way back as the boat was sailing. The temperature was not good, it was very bad. The sky was dark, and the wave was very strong, and our boat was not that big. There were about 15, 20 people, and I remember I was kind of somewhere in a boat, and then the waves starting to become bigger and bigger, and I felt that was my first time. I had never been on a boat with big sea waves, and I was very, very scared. But for some reason, I was just yelling to my friend who were sitting in the front. I said, "Hey guys, watch my phone, as the water just splashed into the boat. And I was like, "Hey, watch my phone," I was just shouting to my friend to look after my phone, because my phone can get broken if the seawater can get into it. But as I was shouting, I noticed something. I noticed all those people on the boat were looking at me. They were not happy. Maybe they were scared, but I think that was something that maybe they don't understand why I was so concerned about an object, not about life on the boat. I think I did not reflect about what I shouted until I got to the shore safe and sound. And then I started to look back to what I said on the boat. And then I felt like, oh wow, they were right. It was the time that everybody did not know whether or not they would make it on the boat. So I feel like this is something that in life, during a hard time, we just have to ask ourselves, what is the most important? Is it life, or is it something we own, or an object that we have? Which one is more important? In Matthew chapter 6, verse 19 until 21, the Bible says this: "Do not lay up for yourselves treasures on earth, where moth and rust destroyed, and where thieves break in and steal. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust destroys, and where thieves do not break in and steal. For where your treasure is, there your heart will be also." So I am not saying that, what we have, what we own, is not important. But I'm just trying to say, what is it my heart is after? What is it that I value the most in my life during this hard time? Is it my family? Is it my job? Is it my spending time with friends? So I like to end this with a questions to you. What is it that is the most important to you? What is it that you value the most? Or what is it that your heart is after during this crisis, during this quarantine time, during this travel restriction? What is it that your heart is after?